is not just people getting old, it's people losing their independence. It's the slow erosion of strength, mobility, and vitality. And do you know what's at the core of that? Muscle loss, sarcopenia. It's not just about looking fit, it's about whether you can climb stairs without help, carry your groceries, or simply get out of a chair with confidence. Most people assume muscle loss is an old age problem, something that begins around the time you need reading glasses or start thinking about retirement. But the reality is far more sobering. Muscle loss, or sarcopenia, can begin as early as your 30s, and from that point forward, it creeps along quietly, year after year. You may not notice it at first. Your weight on the scale might stay the same, your clothes might still fit, but beneath the surface, your muscle mass is shrinking, slowly being replaced by fat or simply disappearing. It's a gradual process, and that's exactly what makes it so dangerous. Because it's subtle, people don't take it seriously until it becomes a major problem. You don't suddenly wake up one day unable to climb a flight of stairs. That loss of strength has been building for decades. The first warning signs might be so small you overlook them. Struggling to lift something you used to handle easily, feeling more fatigued after carrying groceries, or needing to push off your knees to stand up from a low chair. Those moments are whispers from your body saying, "I'm losing strength." What makes this even more concerning is that sarcopenia isn't just about physical ability. Muscle is metabolically active tissue, meaning it's crucial for blood sugar control, hormone balance, and overall metabolic health. Lose muscle, and you set yourself up for a cascade of problems, from weight gain to insulin resistance to reduced bone density. And once the decline passes a certain point, it's no longer just about fitness, it's about independence. Without enough muscle, even basic tasks like walking to the mailbox, cooking a meal, or taking a shower without assistance can become difficult. The process starts early because of a combination of lifestyle changes and natural physiology. After about age 30, our bodies start to break down muscle faster than we build it. Hormonal shifts, reduced activity levels, poor dietary choices, and chronic stress all accelerate this loss. Many people spend their prime adult years sitting for long stretches at desks, driving in cars, or relaxing in front of screens. The body adapts to whatever demand you place on it, and if the demand for strength is low, the body simply stops maintaining that strength. But here's the empowering part: this early decline isn't inevitable. By recognizing that muscle loss begins decades before you feel old, you give yourself a massive head start in fighting it. If you wait until you've already lost significant muscle, the road back will be long and difficult. If you start addressing it early, with resistance training, movement, and the right nutrition, you can slow it dramatically, even reverse it in some cases. Every year after 30, you have a choice. You can let muscle slip away quietly, or you can put systems in place to hold on to it. Awareness is the first step because the fight against muscle loss doesn't begin when you're old. It begins now. Protein is the building block of muscle, but not all proteins are created equal. When it comes to preserving and building lean muscle mass, quality matters just as much as quantity. That's why eggs stand out as one of the most powerful foods you can add to your diet. They're what's known as a complete protein, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids, the ones your body cannot produce on its own and must get from food. These amino acids aren't just random nutrients floating around. They work together in a precise ratio that allows your body to repair and grow muscle tissue efficiently. Think of it like building a brick wall. You need every single type of brick in the right proportion to finish the job. If even one type is missing, the wall is incomplete. In the same way, if your protein source lacks certain essential amino acids or provides them in the wrong balance, your body can't fully use it to build muscle. Eggs provide that perfect balance naturally, without the need for supplementation or complicated meal planning. Another reason eggs are so effective for muscle preservation is how easily their protein is absorbed and utilized. Nutrition science uses something called the biological value to measure this. Eggs score near the very top, meaning your body can take the protein they provide and put it to work almost immediately. That's critical, especially as we age, because our muscles become less responsive to protein signals over time. The more efficient the protein source, the more likely you are to trigger the muscle building and repair processes your body needs. Beyond their amino acid profile, eggs also offer a versatility. that makes them practical for everyday life. You can prepare them quickly, eat them at any meal, and combine them with other nutrient-rich foods like vegetables, whole grains, or healthy fats. This makes it easier to consistently hit your daily protein targets without feeling like you're stuck on a repetitive, bland diet. Consistency is key when it comes to protecting muscle mass, and eggs fit seamlessly into a wide variety of meal patterns. There's also the affordability factor. Many people think high-quality protein means expensive protein powders, specialty meats, or exotic superfoods. But eggs have been providing top-tier protein at a low cost for centuries. That means this isn't just a strategy for elite athletes or people with a big grocery budget. It's something nearly anyone can do. If the goal is to fight muscle loss, every meal becomes an opportunity to supply your body with what it needs. By choosing a complete protein like eggs, you're giving your muscles exactly the right tools for the job, in the exact proportions they require, and in a form your body can use immediately. It's simple, it's effective, and it's a choice you can start making today to protect your strength for years to come. Among all the amino acids found in protein, there is one that plays a uniquely powerful role in preserving and building muscle: leucine. You can think of leucine as the ignition switch for muscle growth. Without enough of it, your body may have the raw materials to build muscle, but it won't receive the signal to actually start the process. It's like having all the workers and supplies ready at a construction site, but never flipping on the power to start the machinery. When you eat a protein source rich in leucine, it activates a pathway in the body called mTOR, mechanistic target of rapamycin. This pathway is like the control center for muscle protein synthesis, the process by which your body repairs and builds muscle fibers. Without mTOR activation, your muscles remain in maintenance mode at best, and at worst, they start to break down faster than they can be repaired. That's why leucine is so critical, especially as you get older. Here's where the challenge comes in. As we age, our muscles become less sensitive to leucine's signal. This phenomenon, known as anabolic resistance, means that the same amount of protein that once stimulated muscle growth in your 20s might barely register in your 50s or 60s. To overcome this, you need higher quality protein sources that deliver more leucine in each serving, and eggs are one of the best. Each egg provides a significant amount of leucine in a highly bioavailable form, making it an efficient way to hit the leucine threshold needed to trigger muscle protein synthesis. Many people underestimate just how much leucine they need per meal to stimulate muscle growth effectively. The research suggests you need roughly 203 grams of leucine in a sitting to flip that muscle building switch. If you rely on low leucine foods like bread, pasta, or certain vegetables for protein, you might fall short, even if your total protein intake for the day seems adequate. That's why incorporating leucine-rich foods like eggs, dairy, lean meats, or whey protein can make such a difference in maintaining muscle over time. Another important point is timing. Since leucine's effects on mTOR are relatively short-lived, it's important to space out your high leucine meals throughout the day rather than consuming most of your protein in one sitting. By starting the day with eggs, you set off that muscle-building signal right away, preventing long morning periods of muscle breakdown that can occur after an overnight fast. Leucine isn't just about building bigger muscles for appearance. It's about functional strength, metabolic health, and independence. When you consistently meet your leucine needs through high-quality proteins, you're helping your body maintain the muscle that supports every movement you make. From climbing stairs to standing up from a chair, in a world where muscle loss quietly steals quality of life, leucine is one of your strongest allies, and eggs happen to be one of the simplest, most accessible ways to get it. As the years go by, something subtle but significant happens inside the body. The way our muscles respond to protein begins to change. In our younger years, a modest amount of protein is often enough to kickstart muscle repair and growth. The body is highly responsive, eager to put those amino acids to work. But with age comes a phenomenon known as anabolic resistance, where the same amount of protein no longer produces the same effect. It's as if the muscle tissue has turned down the volume on the signal that says, build. This is one of the reasons muscle loss accelerates as people get older. It's not just about exercising less or moving less. It's about the body becoming less efficient at using the protein it gets. The result is that even people who think they're eating enough protein often aren't getting the full benefit. They may be hitting the numbers they've always hit, but the impact on muscle preservation is diminished. To overcome this, the focus shifts from simply getting protein to getting enough high-quality protein at the right times. High-quality protein means it has the full spectrum of essential amino acids and a generous amount of leucine to push through the anabolic resistance barrier. This is where nutrient-dense foods like eggs can make a profound difference. They deliver a potent dose of these amino acids in a form the body can absorb and use quickly. Imagine trying to start a fire with damp wood. You can have plenty of pieces, but if they're not the right kind or they're not dry enough, you'll struggle to get the flames going. In the same way, you can eat plenty of lower quality protein sources, but without the right amino acid profile and enough leucine, your muscles won't get the strong signal they need. Eggs act like that dry, seasoned wood. They catch quickly, burning strong, providing the necessary spark for muscle synthesis. Spacing out protein intake becomes equally important. Many people load up on protein in one large meal, often dinner, but leave breakfast and lunch relatively low in quality protein. This creates long stretches of the day where the body doesn't get the stimulus it needs to maintain muscle. By starting the day with a protein-rich meal and ensuring each meal hits that leucine threshold, you create multiple opportunities for muscle repair and growth throughout the day. High-quality protein also supports other systems tied to muscle health, such as hormone production, bone density, and recovery from physical activity. These factors work together like gears in a machine. If one gear slows, the entire system suffers. Maintaining muscle isn't about a single factor, but a coordinated effort that requires both the right training and the right fuel. By prioritizing high-quality protein sources as you age, you're not just feeding your muscles, you're helping to preserve the strength, stability, and resilience that carry you through every part of life. It's a simple shift with long-term rewards that are difficult to overstate. When most people think about eggs, the first thing that comes to mind is protein. And while it's true that eggs are an outstanding protein source, focusing only on that misses a big part of the picture. Eggs are more than just a protein delivery system. They're a concentrated package of nutrients that work together to support overall health, many of which are directly tied to maintaining and protecting muscle. One of the most important is vitamin D. This nutrient doesn't just help with bone strength, it plays a crucial role in muscle function. Low vitamin D levels are linked to reduced muscle performance, weakness, and a higher risk of falls in older adults. Eggs, especially those from hens raised in the sunlight or fed a vitamin D-rich diet, can provide a meaningful boost. In many parts of the world, vitamin D deficiency is common, so getting it through food can be a quiet but powerful way to support both muscle and mobility. Then there's choline, a nutrient many people don't get enough of. Choline is essential for brain health, but it also influences muscle control because it's a building block for acetylcholine, the neurotransmitter that tells your muscles when to contract. Without enough choline, communication between the nervous system and muscles can become less efficient, impacting strength and coordination over time. Eggs happen to be one of the richest natural sources of choline, making them an easy way to fill that gap. Healthy fats in eggs also play their part. Muscle health isn't just about the muscle fibers themselves, it's also about the hormonal environment that supports them. Hormones like testosterone, growth hormone, and estrogen all contribute to maintaining muscle mass, and healthy fats are vital for hormone production. The fats in eggs, particularly those in the yolk, help maintain this hormonal balance. Eggs also contain antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin. While these are most often associated with eye health, their antioxidant properties help protect tissues from oxidative stress. That includes muscle tissue, which can be damaged by chronic inflammation and free radicals over time. Reducing oxidative damage helps preserve the quality of your muscle fibers, keeping them stronger and more functional for longer. What makes eggs particularly valuable is the way these nutrients come packaged together. You're not getting just one benefit, you're getting a synergistic combination where each nutrient supports the others. The vitamin D helps with calcium absorption and muscle strength. The choline supports communication between the brain and muscles. The healthy fats aid hormone production, and the antioxidants help protect the muscle tissue itself. It's a multi-layered defense system against the decline in muscle mass and function that so often accompanies aging. When you look at eggs through this wider lens, they become much more than a breakfast staple. They're a compact, affordable, and widely available food that offers a full spectrum of muscle supporting benefits. Incorporating them regularly isn't just about meeting a protein goal. It's about giving your muscles the broad nutritional foundation they need to stay strong, responsive, and ready for the demands of everyday life. It's often the small, consistent choices that shape the trajectory of our health. Muscle loss doesn't happen overnight, and neither does muscle preservation. Every meal, every food decision is a chance to either move closer to strength and vitality or drift toward weakness and dependence. What's encouraging is that these changes don't have to be overwhelming. In fact, sometimes the most powerful shifts come from swapping out one habit for another, like replacing a nutrient-poor breakfast with one that truly supports your muscles. Too often, mornings start with convenience over quality sugary cereals, refined breads, pastries, or heavily processed snack bars. These foods provide a quick burst of energy, but little to no meaningful protein, vitamins, or minerals to support muscle repair and maintenance. This means that from the moment you wake up, your body remains in a state of muscle breakdown from the overnight fast, because it hasn't received the nutrients needed to switch into repair mode. Starting the day this way, day after day, creates a subtle but persistent gap in muscle support. By contrast, a breakfast built around high-quality protein, like eggs, changes the entire picture. You're supplying your body with the amino acids needed to trigger muscle protein synthesis, breaking the cycle of overnight muscle loss, and giving yourself a head start on meeting your daily protein needs. Over time, this shift compounds. Just like interest in a savings account grows steadily with each deposit, the benefits of consistently feeding your muscles the right nutrients build over months and years. The beauty of this approach is that it's sustainable. Eggs are affordable, easy to prepare, and versatile. You can scramble them with vegetables, boil them for a quick grab and go option, or pair them with whole grains and healthy fats for a balanced meal. Because they're satisfying and nutrient-dense, they also help control hunger, making it easier to avoid the processed snacks that so often undermine health goals. And it's not only about breakfast. Once you start thinking in terms of making one strong nutritional choice, it becomes easier to make others. Maybe lunch shifts from a fast food burger to a lean protein salad, or dinner includes an extra serving of vegetables and legumes. The momentum builds, and before long, your daily routine is a series of choices that each push you towards stronger, healthier years ahead. It's important to remember that protecting muscle isn't just about looking fit. It's about preserving independence, mobility, and quality of life. The ability to carry your own groceries, climb stairs without hesitation, and move confidently through your day is worth more than any short-term convenience that comes from skipping a nourishing meal. The decision to start small, to replace one unhelpful food with one that actively supports your strength, may seem simple. But simple doesn't mean insignificant. Over the course of a lifetime, it can be the difference between aging with resilience or struggling with avoidable weakness. Every bite matters, and the sooner those bites work in your favor, the more years you'll have to enjoy the strength they help you preserve.